Hi everybody, welcome to this candle wax reading. So this is going to be candle wax on paper. So there are two piles, the yellow candle on the blue paper and this blue candle on the yellow paper. This will be pile number 1 and this is going to be pile number 2. I'm also going to be using 3 decks. So I'm going to pre-take the cards before I start the reading. Okay. So I'm just going to pick the cards for pile number 1 first. Okay, I needed some space. So these are the 3 decks that I'm going to use, and I'm going to take 2 cards from each of these piles, okay, for each of the candles. Pile number 1. Pile number 1. I'm just going to keep these here. And now I'm going to take cards for pile number 2 for those who chose the blue candle. This is the singles and relationship oracle deck. Pile number 2. What messages do that one fell out, so I'm taking that, but I've also taken 2 more. This is what lies beneath. Pile number 2. Alright, so I will be back with pile number 1, which is the yellow candle. Welcome pile number 1. This is for those of you who chose the yellow candle. This is going to be your reading. So the topic for today is relationships. Okay, so what do you need to know about your current relationships, the current energy, and whatever other messages flow through. I'll just keep this here. These are your cards. Okay. Pile number 1, relationships. What do you need to know? So the first message I got was there is some sort of sticky energy, which means there's something that you're still holding on to from the past. This could be you or the other person. It's some unresolved issues from before. And whenever each or either or gets triggered, it comes back to the surface. And till you don't resolve this, or till you don't get to the root of it, it's something that's going to keep repeating itself. And it's something which is like a sore point. You feel like you take 5 steps forward, and when this particular issue comes up again, you again move back 2 steps. I'm also seeing a sunflower, so I'm getting a lot of happy energy as well. But it's just these little issues which crop up from time to time. And it is a sore point. There's also a regret of, I wish I hadn't done something. I don't know what that is. But there's some sort of regret. There could have been, maybe another person involved, or I'm not getting the energy of having an extramarital affair, but it's something like something you did, or the other person did, which, created a sort of dent in the relationship. I'm also hearing the young and the restless. So sometimes when it's like somebody got caught in the heat of the moment and, probably made a decision that one, at that point of time, it's like you can't think clearly, and then later on you're wondering, why did I do that? I'm also hearing what's done is done, so it's okay, but something also needs to be addressed and resolved. I'm also hearing the two of you have a very beautiful chemistry. Like, regardless of whatever goes on, you have each other's back, and there's a very strong bond. And there's also a very good understanding, a mutual respect, and that's what keeps it going. You may also be very loyal friends. Okay, just apart from the two of you, you're a very loyal person otherwise. I don't know if you have children, but if you do, I'm getting that you would be great parents. I'm just getting the word like very wholesome, wholehearted. Like you would raise your kids as very well-rounded individuals, is what I'm getting. You've been together through thick and thin and literally ridden the waves, the storms together. And you will continue to do so, is what I see. The best part about this relationship that I see is the mutual respect that you have for one another. That comes out very strong. You know, that's kind of the glue that holds things together. I also see a very prominent elderly female figure in your life that, you know, always has your back. This could be somebody's mother or grandmother. Maybe they're eagerly awaiting to have, you know, grandchildren. I see the two of you having a very harmonious family life, even at, like, you know, the home. I don't know why I'm being shown like natural foods. Okay, so somebody who, like, you're very much into health and eating, you know, more natural or plant-based foods, or you have recently adopted a healthier lifestyle. You could also be somebody that has their own, grows their own vegetables, something to do with farming. I was hearing homestead. I don't know what that is or what that means at all. But I see the two of you as somebody who have grown together to, like, it's more family oriented. Just get a very stable, loving, healthy relationships. I was hearing you all may have had like a wild teenage time, but now you've progressed as, you know, age goes by, and yeah. But what I get is that you all have enjoyed every stage of life, and it's nice to see each other grow through that, change through that. Like, with time, everyone transforms. And so has your relationship transformed beautifully. Overall, I just see a very happy family life with a few ups and downs, but everybody goes through that, right? I'm also seeing a shoe, so someone is taking a step towards something. So if you're not married, if you're just live-in partners, I see you getting married. Or this could be you expanding your family. So this could be like, you know, I'm seeing like a booties, like for children. So family planning. See what your cards have. What lies beneath? Don't want to hear it. So this could be somebody not wanting to hear the truth or not wanting to look at something. Something with the police. So there could be some involvement with the police. This could be something legal as well. This could be something to do with, I was just hearing, custody of children. Just take these with a pinch of salt, okay? Okay, what else do we have? Too much. You tell others too much about yourself all at once. Sit back and listen more. I was just getting, if this is for singles, then if you're like meeting somebody new, don't always be the one that overshares, or give other people a chance to speak as well, and get to know each other in a sense that, how do I explain this? Like, only when you keep talking, like the person's hearing you out, but you also want to know that the other person is also interested in you. So let it be a two-way conversation. Say a little bit and let the other person, say something back, and then let the conversation take its own course. Rather than literally putting out all your cards on the table. That's the kind of energy that I'm getting. Eye candy. Beauty fades. Choose someone for their inner beauty and personality. It's so beautiful. A lot of times this happens, right? That, initially it could be the physical attraction, that's the normal thing perhaps. But when you're choosing a life partner, you also want somebody who is going to like you regardless of how you change, your body changes, and it goes both ways, right? It's more about companionship. It's more about somebody that accepts you for who you are, regardless of how you look. That's the thing they say, right? In sickness and in health, and so regardless of whatever happens, you stand by each other till the end. Trapped. So somebody in a relationship might be feeling trapped. You may be feeling stuck, tied down, or captive. When I saw this image, I was getting the 8 of Swords energy. Okay, the guilt, blame, shame, and regret. That was the energy that I was picking up. And also something to do with communication. Sometimes, like especially this card, it's like you're feeling trapped, but you're also feeling like you can't express something to someone. Or you feel like you want to speak to the person, but they're just not giving you the time of day. Okay, and you feel like you need to, maybe you want to rectify a mistake, but they're just not willing to hear you out. It's like somebody shutting down the other person regarding this particular conversation. And I was also getting like a gaslighting energy. Okay. Yeah, running. So somebody could be like ghosting you, disappearing, and just being invisible. That's the other one. Let me just take some cards. Just looking at any advice. Yeah, so you have the Wheel of Fortune with the 5 of Cups. So sometimes I'm not getting letting go of the person here as an advice. What I'm getting is sometimes you have to let go of the need to keep proving ourselves, to keep being the one that is right all the time. It's looking at the larger picture of things. Again, this is general, so whatever your situation is, take it as it resonates. It's more about what can I do to mend the broken heart? What can I do to make things better? Not about I'm the one that's right. things will keep changing, okay? There's always going to be ups and downs. But here it's about you juggling to balance things, doing what's right for the betterment of the relationship. See, a relationship is two people, right? It's not just about you, it's not just about the other person. So for me, what I get over here is it's about cutting the ego. It's about what is better for the relationship, what is better for the two of you. This is like standing in the eye of the storm, regardless of whatever hurdles you go through in your relationship. It's learning how to balance it. Sometimes we don't realize, but we may say things that are hurtful and then we regret it later. So this is learning to balance your emotions. It's about compromise. It's about give and take. Some days, the other person puts in the work. Some days you put in the work. So it's all about balancing and juggling. Yeah. It's working for the happiness. It's working for... It's working together to create something happy, to create something beautiful. And that happens only when you work together as a team. So yeah, listen to your intuition as well. Sometimes it's also about taking the higher road, knowing which battles are even worth fighting. I'm also getting a lot of like motherly instincts here. So some of you could be expecting or you're planning a family soon. And if you see here, they're looking at their children play from afar. So this is looking at things from a top view. This is zooming out and looking at, okay, what do I need to pay attention to right now? What is really important? It doesn't mean, I'm not saying you should ignore your own needs, but when you're with somebody, when you have a family, priorities change, things change. Okay, your responsibilities are different. So this is about you. I feel like you're stepping into a new role and you're learning how to balance and juggle all your different responsibilities, right? Alright, that was your reading and I hope it helped, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, take care. Welcome pile number 2. This is for those of you who chose the blue candle. These are your cards. Just going to place them here. So this is going to be for your current relationship energy and whatever else wants to come through. Pile number 2. Somebody is afraid of being in a relationship because they were hurt in the past. Somebody here is in a relationship but they're still stuck onto something to do with their ex. This could also be holding on to some past emotional baggage, just not willing to let go. And I was also getting that for some this could be somebody who's gone back to their old ways or their old patterns. Again, these are collective, so all the messages are going to just be not necessarily all linked. Like what I got was somebody changed in the relationship and they sort of went back to their old habits. I do not know what this is in regards to. It could be maybe something to do with addictions, or this could be, I'm getting somebody who started communicating or started being more expressive, and then again they sort of shut out again, like shut off again, like they've become very, what's the word, introverted possibly, like more towards themselves. They're not really expressing themselves like they did. I'm hearing couples therapy, so someone may have gone for couples therapy. So maybe you want to go again, but now the other person is not ready or they're not willing to. And you kind of feel at an impasse. Like you just feel stuck, like you don't know what to do because you don't know how to get through to this person. I'm also sensing a lot of sadness, like someone lost a parent recently, and that's kind of made this person very closed. There's some loss or some grieving of some sort, and it's made this person feel very, like they don't know how to grieve, and they're sort of internalizing everything, and it's very tough for the other person, the other partner, to get through to them or help them. Somebody is also thinking of proposing, like I'm seeing someone buying or selecting a wedding ring. Like I'm seeing choosing the theme, like the colors of what the wedding would be like the food, the decor. So something with wedding planning and events. This wedding could be in the month of June. It's funny, but I just heard open casket. I don't know what that means over here, or whether that... I'm seeing a lot of stars and lights especially. So it could be like a wedding outdoors in the evening under the stars. It could be by the beach or some water body. I'm also getting Gemini energy. I got Gemini and Scorpio. This could be you or your partner. I was also seeing and I heard pelican. I think it's a bird. I'm hearing someone here is happily married, but they don't want children. And I'm hearing the family is having trouble accepting that, but it would be alright. Like they'll come to terms with it in a while. Archangel Michael and Archangel Gabriel. That's also what's coming through. Archangel Gabriel is about communication and messages. It's like the messenger of God. So somebody here could also be into auto writing. You could be into channeling. You may work with, I'm getting something to do with scriptures or like the Bible, or maybe you work in a church or something to do along those lines. I was getting like the choir in a church. Okay. Maybe you compose music for such, like, I don't know, religious or holy events. Somebody that was not open to dating is now open to dating, is what I see. You may be looking at, I'm getting something online, so maybe you're looking at meeting people online, like a website, a dating site, an app, or you may be going out more and trying to meet people like socially. I was just being shown like some sort of dating forum or like a platform where, you know, young people come together to meet. This could also be meeting via friends or common friends. Maybe somebody will introduce you to someone. And the flame went off, so I guess that was it. Pile number 2. Okay, so I'm why am I saying hearing? Okay, it says getting played, manipulation, lies and control. Again, just take these cards with a pinch of salt. They're just, you know, they're just some extra messages. So manipulation, lies and control. For someone, anger management. Something about therapy, right? Couples counseling or therapy. So this could be for someone, anger management. Because sometimes, you know, it's not sometimes, but basically you get angry and then it kind of comes out on the kids or on the spouse, so, or on the family as well. You know, it doesn't mean that you have to be in a relationship, but that's what I was getting with this. Getting crumbs. You deserve more than crumbs of affection. Wait for the one who adores you. Burned out. You feel emotionally burned out right now. Retreat and recover before continuing. Losing yourself. You feel lost in your partner. It's okay to be yourself and have your own life as well. Interesting. Conflict. So you may be having a conflict with your partner. There could be clashes, differences and incompatibility. That could also be something that's making you feel very irritated as well. And this emotional burnout, because sometimes you feel like, you know, you're trying to make things work, but it's like hitting a wall. And last we have hopeless. You feel like you're sinking, a feeling of despair, a feeling of falling apart. Okay, so let's take some tarot for advice. this group, the energy is to speak to somebody, get help, seek the advice of someone. Okay, either this is literally like a counselor, this could be somebody in your family, somebody that you know, but you need to speak to somebody. Okay, what else do we have? Yeah, for some I see, like I said, right, there are singles who were not looking for anything, but now you're ready to find somebody and settle down. That's also the energy that I'm getting. You may have gone through something in the past and you may have had this feeling like, I'm never going to get married, or I'm never going to get into another relationship again. But after a period of healing, you finally decided to meet people and even settle down if you feel like you found the right one. Okay, what else do we have? Yeah, again, pregnancy is very strong as well in this group. You literally have all of these. Somebody may be planning to start a family, settle down, and this is also about having home and work life balance. And yep. Alright, so this was your reading, group number 2. I hope this helped, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, take care.